If you don't have a drink, the sadness will drive you crazy. Now, this is what I heard from a man in a documentary that I was watching that works in one of Brazil's illegal gold mines. And here's the reality. Alcoholism, being an alcoholic, drinking alcohol in general can ruin your life. This is going to be a more serious video, and I want to encourage you to be very, very, very careful with alcohol. And most importantly, I want to share my story so you can understand where I'm coming from. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Sober Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping a video every day. All right, drinking alcohol. And to some of you, you might think that if you don't have a drink, it's going to drive you crazy. And here's the reality. A lot of us men struggle with two things. We struggle with pornography and we struggle with alcohol. Yes, there's men that also struggle with drugs, but I would say those are the two big things that men struggle with, is the pornography and the drinking alcohol. And so here's the thing. When I am out in public, I see a lot of white men specifically that are older guys over 40, and they've got this like red tone to their skin. Like it's like a major red tone. I can't help but be convinced. I haven't researched this. Let me know in the comments if you know a little bit about this so you can share it with the viewers. But if I had to guess, it's a combination of high blood pressure and drinking a lot of alcohol, maybe smoking as well, but I would say blood pressure and drinking alcohol. And just a quick backstory about myself. So I was married before, and I've now been single for 3 years, and I had a 20-year marriage. When things started getting bad in the marriage, right, I turned to alcohol. I wasn't an alcoholic, nor was I a functioning alcoholic, but I became very close to that point. And the reason is because, like I said in the beginning of this video, the sadness was driving me crazy, and I was using alcohol to drown out my sorrows. I was gaining weight. It was very unhealthy. And just to give you an example of how much I was drinking per day, I was drinking minimum a bottle to 2 bottles of wine per day, and maybe 6 ounces of whiskey. So not 2 bottles plus whiskey, but sometimes I'd have 6 to 8 ounces of whiskey, or I'd have 2 bottles of wine every fucking day. And it was pathetic. And I hate to say that about myself, but it's true. I was in a pathetic situation, tolerating the stuff that I was tolerating in the marriage, and I was trying to drink my sorrows away. And then I had this trip coming up when I knew the marriage was coming to an end. I had this trip coming up to Colombia, and I was going there to bring 2 dogs back, rescues, back to Canada. So I went to Cartagena, Colombia, and I went to Barranquilla, Colombia. And when I knew I was going to go on this trip, I decided to do a complete binge. I also knew I was moving out from my home to getting my own place as part of the separation. And I decided to go to the gym for 30 days straight. I measured all my results. I took photos and all that stuff. Maybe someday I'll post that video. I'm a little sensitive about it, to be honest, because I look like shit. And you might think, like, you look at me now and you're like, man, you're like in great shape. Well, it took me at least 1 year, probably 2 years, to get myself back in shape from the mess that I caused on my body, right? And I didn't want to really cover much more in this video, but just other than just letting you guys know, like, you need to get your alcohol under control, because you will convince yourself that, oh, I need a drink to celebrate. Oh, I need a drink to drown out the sadness. Like every time you turn around, you're having a drink because of some reason. So you really need to control your alcohol, and it will impact your relationships, your dating life, because if you look like shit, you feel like shit, you're not going to treat someone the way that they want to be treated, because you're not giving your own body enough respect and treating yourself well. So leave you with that, man. Drop a comment, because I want to hear from you if you've also struggled with alcohol and what your background story might be, so you can share that with viewers. All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.